Okay, let's go next to our caller from. Let's go to country code 48. I don't know what country this is, but who's calling today from country code 48?
Hi, David. I believe this is me. My name is Vitali.
Yes, it
Hello.
is. Where are you calling from?
Well, actually, the phone number is located in Poland, but I'm actually calling from Ukraine.
How dare you call from a different
I've
place than your
been.
phone number? That is horrible.
Okay. Now, I've been following your show for a while, and the question I have for you is actually a challenge. I would consider myself to be a progressive like you, and I totally, totally agree with you on pretty much every single issue you talk about.
Yeah.
Respect, man, really well. I
Thank you.
mean, what I hear is amazing. Um, but I would say that it's all pointless and useless if you take the larger picture, like the dying planet, and the point that no one's going to stop it voluntarily. I mean, there's not going to be a voluntary, sorry, transformation, and basically, it basically means that you have to simply stop the industrial civilization from destroying the planet. There could be a lot of discussion here, of course, but I would love to hear if you're in any way open to a discussion, to a deeper discussion in that regard.
Listen, you're presenting a fatalistic but accurate critique of really of life, not just of my program or programs in general, which is if you really want to big picture it, we're all dead. The sun is eventually going to expand and engulf the earth. And if Homo sapiens has not found some other place to live, Homo sapiens will die out. I mean, I'm taking the fatalism to a sort of extreme, right, Vitali? But there's a point to this. So then we come back to any one activist or any one show. I mean, yeah, you're right. There are in modern American and sort of global society, a few major meta issues. You've identified one, which is climate change and the destruction of the planet. In order to make change happen in a serious way, we need to change the way that politics is financed and controlled by the rich and by corporations. That's another meta issue. We need to change how it is that we select our leaders. There's these sort of three or four meta issues that exist, and if we don't deal with them, then we're kind of doomed. But I think that that's what we're trying to do. I mean, we talk about these issues on our show, and you're obviously right that if those issues aren't dealt with, we're in trouble. But I don't know that that gets us to a point of why even bother. I don't. It doesn't get me to why even bother.
No, I'm what I'm saying is that why even bother, creating democracy if that doesn't give us enough time to actually secure a future for the coming generation, the next generation, not eventually, not when the sun burns out, not that. I'm talking about the kids that are being born today. They will not basically live to die. That's pretty much a guarantee for almost every one of them because you see what's happening with hurricanes, you see what's happening with extreme heat waves, you see what's happening with the food supply, with immigration, with quite a lot of stuff, and that's all because we burn fossil fuels. And what I'm saying, I believe you're taking it wrong. Like you see it as fatalistic or something. I'm trying to say that any ambition that does not take into account the bigger picture is basically pointless. It's
Okay,
sort
fair.
of
Well, listen, if that's your
naive.
point, then I agree with you. I agree that the bigger picture has to be taken into account. This is why I talk all the time about the unsustainability of the idea of infinite and indefinite growth as it is considered economically. I mean, in that as you're laying it out, Vitali, I agree with you.
Okay. I hope I'll be writing to you on Twitter and, proposing probably some public dialogue in that. I would be sort of your friendly rival if you wanted that.
Okay, well, it sounds
Could
like
be
we
an
agree. So
interesting
it
discussion.
may not be the
Maybe.
most exciting rivalry, but I welcome your comments. Vitali, thank you. I've got a bunch of people holding, so I'm going to continue moving down the queue.